But one of the things that we continually try to do is to show up. And show up in ways that are about reflecting the fullness of LGBT people's lives. And it's not, just lip service, sign on to each other's letters and do all that. We do that. But it really is what that means, for example, in this last election, in 2011, is that we sent staff, yes, to Alaska to build a base of support for LGBT non-discrimination that will be on the ballot this spring. And yes, to Michigan, where there was an attempt to repeal an existing non-discrimination law, and we beat it, thank you. But we also sent staff to Mississippi to work on the personhood measure. We sent staff to Maine, where there was a ballot measure about voter suppression, same-day registration. And if that thing had passed, we wouldn't be seeing anything progressive happening in Maine for years. And we sent staff to California to help build a base to fight against the death penalty eventually. So what we have to do, I think, is show up not only within the LGBT community and insist upon the fullness of our community and our lives and what affects us, but also try to push that out and say, we will stand there. We will fight for this. Not because it's someone else's issue, but because it's an LGBT issue, and even if it weren't, we have to be there. We have to be there. So part of it is demonstrating those connections, working with many of our colleague organizations whose primary focus is not LGBT, and giving them a platform, as much as we might have one, to talk about what's important to them. An example of that, and then I'll wrap up here, is we have a national conference. Over 3,000 people are coming to Baltimore in the dead of winter. And our opening plenary, which for us is a huge platform, Ben Jealous, head of NAACP, will be the opening plenary. And he has a way of talking about the interconnections and the intersections of our lives that we want to put out there. And in fact, helps all of our communities and what we kind of call the broader progressive agenda. So it really is showing up and not just paying lip service and demonstrating that to the community so they show up.